Oun Abbas Hussain here for Seconds Out, here with Frank Warren. Frank, I've just read the report of Daniel Dubois' injury. You've obviously coming out to talk to everyone and tell everyone what's going on with that. Can you just explain to the fans what the medical report says about Daniel Dubois' eye?
Well, you've seen it, and it says it's two fractures he had to the medial and I think it's the medial and orbital part of his eye socket, and obviously, and then because of the swelling, that to wait a while to diagnose the fact that he also had an hemorrhage to his retina, and the danger was that the eye would go back into where the fracture was and would have obviously detached his retina.
I'm just going to read a quote just for the people, because I've got the quotes in front of me. It says, first of all, Daniel suffered a left medial and orbital floor fractures following a boxing match. The doctor, who was Miss Vicky Lee, the surgeon, said, "I have explained to Mr. Dubois that it was fortunate that the fight was stopped when he has sustained the fracture. Otherwise, there was a risk that further trauma could have caused more orbital tissues and extraocular muscles that move the eyeball to be entrapped into the fracture fragment and cause potentially career-ending double vision." That's exactly what you've just said there, where there was a shard of a fracture that was stabbing back into his eye. So if he carried on, it would have caused a lot more damage.
Correct.
Frank, when you read reports like this and you see sort of the social media stuff that comes out, how much does that irk you? Because now we know for a fact that if he had carried on, it would have been detrimental to someone so young.
Look, what annoys me, it's terrible that he's had the injury, but it's great when you think about it, because of in some ways it's a horrible thing to say, but the pain he was in, it's fortunate that he did take the knee, that he did do that, because he hadn't done that, he would have obviously had a detached retina. I think the corner would have, Marty would have pulled him out anyway at the end of the round. And I don't want to distract anything from Joe Joyce. Joe Joyce did a great, he boxed. But the fact of the matter is, what really I found terrible, people saying that they were lying about. Why would you lie about something like that? Why would that? We all knew there was something seriously wrong. And anybody who's got any experience in boxing and cares about the fighters would have known that. And obviously, one of the problems you get in getting diagnosed when you've got retina things, and that's when there's such a swelling on the eye, they can't open the eye to get whatever they have to do to it. So that's why it took a little bit longer to get the diagnosis. But he got it, and all we're just saying that's what it was. And all these people are coming out with some of their comments are just it amazes me. It amazes me, all these. And I think back, we talked about all the fighters that had injuries. And I remember sort of very early days when I was promoting, before he turned professional, Frank Bruno had to go to Colombia to get for an eye operation. He wasn't actually going to get licensed. He got that, and his career actually finished because of an eye problem. So you've got to be very careful, and to say all these stupid things have been said. Well, they want someone to lose their eyesight. Imagine the pain of that, and then lose your eyesight for what? What for? That's not. Is that what you want to see a boxer do? I don't want to see a boxer do that. Why should I don't see why a boxer should go anywhere like that, and certainly having their vision so badly impaired anyway. But certainly not to go and lose or have a detached retina, or with the possibility of having double vision for the rest of your life. I don't see what's worth that.
From what I've sort of got from the medical report, is they're still waiting for Daniel's eye to fully heal before they can look at
the swelling to come down.
Yeah, that's before they can look at maybe surgery in the future.
So
maybe
back in there next week. He went 3 times. He had 3 examinations. He had 3 days last week, and then he'll go again next week.
Have you spoken to him? How is he?
Well, he's obviously very, very disappointed, but it is what it is, and he did the right thing. He'll be out now for at least a good 5 months he'll be out until the doctors say he's fit the box. As simple as that.
Just a final message to the fans or anyone else that's watching in regards to this whole situation.
Well, it's just the fact. I mean, my thing about this was anyone who knew anything about boxing knew it was serious, and more importantly, nobody told lies about this. There was no lies. All this crap about people lying. Why would you even say something like that? On the same night, beyond stupid.
Is it boxing getting a little bit crazy with people saying that you've got to produce reports, so you've got to do this and you've got to do
We haven't got to do anything. I mean, the facts of the matter is, all we have to do is to show the main thing is main concern is make sure Daniel or any other boxer who gets like that is okay. That's all we have to do. And then secondary to that is to get the diagnosis, because obviously the Boxing Board of Control will want to see it as regarding his future career. That's the only people that matter. Nobody else, is where no one told lies. As I said, no, that's what I got pissed off with, the stupid comments that were made by Hearn. That was it.
Cool. Frank, I know you've got to go on TV now, so thank you very much for giving us your time. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.